Hello and welcome to the Spandex and Wine podcast. I'm your host, Robin Hackney, and I'm so happy that you're here. This podcast is a place for conversations about balancing a healthy lifestyle and being happy. More specifically, happy hour. Together, we'll explore all things wellness and wine. I hope you learn a little, laugh a lot, and along the way, know you're not alone on this balanced wellness journey. Ready to jump in? Pour something in your glass that makes you happy because it's time for Spandex and Wine. Hello and happy Halloween. I hope you're excited about your evening activities. Halloween has always been one of my favorites, and I think because it's an opportunity to be a kid at any age or level, however you like to think about it. And today's guest is someone that also shares a love for Halloween. I wanted to give you a heads up in case little ears are around. There is adult content in this episode in the form of dead bodies and spirits. So in case the little ears are around, you might not want them to hear those things. And a heads up for yourself. So without further ado, my friend, Sarah Galladay Simmons. Well, welcome to the Spandex and Wine podcast. Today, I have my friend, Sarah Simmons. Sarah, thank you so much for being here.
You're very welcome. So excited.
So we wanted to do this episode together because we both absolutely love Halloween. So I'm going to kick it off by asking you, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, favorite Halloween candy. God, I would say probably the Twix. I always go for the Twix, the little
Twix.
Tiny fun size caramel Twix.
So do you weed those out of your children's bags?
Yes.
And you,
okay. Yes, I do. Yes,
you do.
I do.
There's no shame in that.
No,
yeah.
I don't even know if they know they make those until I see like wrappers. Maybe,
yeah.
I'm really good at hiding those too.
Good for you. That's what a good mom does.
You learn, as you go.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, I'm going to surprise you with mine. It's hard to find now, but Bit of Honey.
Really?
I don't know who the neighbor was that did that to me. Probably Mrs. Burfelt, the first grade teacher that lived down the street. She probably did it.
Probably.
She also put just a bowl on the porch with a sign, just take one. I only took one.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Yeah.
And then you see the next kids dumping the bowl.
Yeah, sure. Well, because you're a good person.
Shoot.
You are.
Okay, so today's going to be all about Halloween, but we're going to sprinkle in some wellness as well. And Sarah, I know that you are on a journey. Tell me a little bit about that.
I didn't really mean to go on a journey. As you know, I just made it to level 43 yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I also have a 2-year-old. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yep. And so I would like to see her graduate high school.
Yeah.
Because I'll be, 70, not really, but really close. And so it was all about being healthy.
Yeah. Because
I was the biggest I've ever been in my life. And I knew I had to change that to run around with a 2-year-old.
Yes.
And I still have a 5 and 7-year-old. We can't count that out either. And I might be a little busy with my life.
Yes.
So I just want to get healthy. And then I met you and you were like, well, I'm a trainer. And I'm like, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes. So let me just tell them how we met. Okay. So Sarah does a couple different things and I'll let her fill in the holes, but I met her because she's also the best bartender at Timber Creek Bar and Grill down in Lewisburg, Kansas. All right. Monday through Thursday. You can see her there in the evening. Anyway, so Dave and I just moved out to Lewisburg in 2020 and we had meandered in, sat down, and I hear her tell someone else, yeah, so if you need to know how to get rid of a dead body, I'm your girl. And Dave and I are like, yeah, we need to know her.
Okay, so the backstory, I do know how to get rid of dead bodies.
Okay, tell us how you know that, though. Take us through everything that you've done in your life. It's so crazy.
Lord. When I was 23, I started to pick up dead bodies. I was a body
as an occupation, not a hobby.
Yeah. Yes. That would be the craziest hobby. Yes. And so I was a body transporter for a funeral, helper. I don't even know, funeral transporter. We picked up for like 85% of the funeral homes in the greater Kansas City area. So from all the way down here in Lewisburg to St. Joe to like east, west, everywhere. And we also picked up bodies for the ME's office and the coroner's office. The ME's office is in Missouri. They do a medical examiner. In Kansas, they do the coroner. I don't really know why. I don't, that's above my pay grade for that. But so we did that also. And we also clean crime scenes.
Oh my gosh.
So we would pick up a body and then we get a phone call to come back and pick up the rest of it. And so that was fun. I did that for a few years.
Oh my gosh. Okay. At 23 years old, how did that happen in your life?
Well, I was at a party.
Oh my gosh.
And I met the owner at the time. And I knew I always wanted to be a mortician. I always said that from when I was in high school, when everybody went out on their business days to go visit whatever they thought they would want to go. I went to the funeral home.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's wild.
the neighbor, my awesome Roger Coltrane, bless his sweet soul. He was the funeral director here in town, and he probably showed a kid a little too much and maybe he should have, but I just saw like how you help people, like, the death part of it. Yeah, obviously, but it's really only like 10% of what a mortician does. It's all about the living, the rest, because you got to take care of all of that and make it as easy as possible for them. And I kind of liked, when nobody else could help you in a situation, I can. And so I don't know if that part, I don't know. And so I did end up going, like I went to a mortuary school later, and that's actually where I met my husband. Because he's a funeral home baby. He was the 6th generation funeral director in KCK. And then I also went into Midwest transplant and was a human dissector.
Oh my God.
After I got done with that a few years later. So I didn't do anything like, I wasn't obviously an organ harvester, because that's like, medical degrees and but with your mortuary degree, you can do everything else. So we got bone, muscle, tendons, skin, veins.
Oh my gosh.
And all that stuff that like really helps people out. And so, and now I've circled back. I also do home health.
Right.
So I take care of little ladies. No, I'm not looking for business on the other part, but yes, I do. I do that now. And bartend, because that's how you circle your life around. It's so crazy that I even did anything with dead bodies, but that seems like a dream now. It seems like a movie that I watched once a long time ago or something.
And you also sing.
I do. I do sing. Probably not so great this morning, but
you're just getting over your birthday.
It's true. It's a really rough morning. Yes.
You didn't make it to workout, but you made it here to do the podcast. So that's good.
Yeah, one of my best friends, actually, I talked to her on the way here, and she was like, "What? So you missed the workout, but you're gonna?" I said, "Yeah, yep." Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. See, yeah.
Okay, is that how you developed a love for Halloween, or have you always just loved Halloween?
Always loved Halloween. Like my birthday was yesterday, so my birthday is really close to Halloween, and my oldest brother's birthday is Halloween, and so Halloween at our house was always a big deal too. My mom was a retired kindergarten teacher, so she always had. Still, you go by their house now, and she has it like all decked out for everything she does, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it's just always, and it's cool. And obviously I kind of like the darker side of things. And so, and I loved, like horror movies. And, if anybody out there remembers USA's Up All Night, and even like Gilbert Godfrey did it at one time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like pre-teen or early teen. in my parents' basement watching USA Up All Night, and they always played like some creepy movie and then some like really stupid movie. But yeah, and
I remember Friday Fright Nights.
Friday Fright Nights, and then the Crypt Keeper would come on after that, and they would do the Creep Show.
Oh, I didn't stay up that late.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then I have two older brothers, and one of them he's really into horror also. So he would get his little sister, I think, to have somebody watch it with them. Again, probably too young to watch all that, but here I am. It's good. It builds character.
Yes. Well, and speaking of character, you were named the Citizen of the Year last year for Lewisburg. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. My reign, I still have a couple months left of that. It's a huge honor. I still don't quite believe it, but yeah, it's awesome. It really is.
Well, you do amazing things though too, and I do want to talk about Halloween more, but I want you also to mention what you do for your program, Summer Blessings.
Oh yes, thank you. Summer Blessings is a program that I started almost 8 years ago now. I was pregnant with my oldest, and the lady who took care of the Blessings in a Backpack, which is a nationwide program that schools do to help kids with food for the weekends. She got me. She was like, what are the kids going to do during the summertime? Pregnant, getting ready to pop. I'm like, no, but I will fix it. And we did, and we are. And it's all donation based.
It's amazing.
It is. It truly, I get very emotional about it because it's every year we're still like, oh God, I hope we can do it. And then every year people just come out just over and over and give and give. And we take care of over 100 kids. Because of COVID was horrible, but awesome in so many ways because we had to adapt and learn how to do things differently. And so we also do a live lunch now on Wednesdays.
During the summer, yeah.
During the summertime, we would have kids come into Lewisburg's Fox Hall. It's our little community building. And the library would have some sort of activity for them. And then myself and my helpers, Katie York, thank you very much. We would cook something. I would go to Timber Creek and use their commercial kitchen to cook the food. And then we'd bring it over to Fox Hall and we would serve.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, a ton of kids. And then if you needed it, we also had a grocery bag full of groceries for you to take home to help out your family for that week.
So that's wonderful.
It is. It's so cool. We do it through the home. So we even went into the first week of school this year.
Yeah.
Because we were like, idiots, duh. It's like the most expensive time of the year.
Oh my gosh,
for a parent,
yeah.
And food shouldn't be the worry of how
anyone
to do it. So
yeah. So how can people make donations? And I'll make sure I put it in the show notes also, but is there, what site can they go to make a donation?
You can go to, we also have Landmark Bank here in Lewisburg, and they have our account there. You can just literally make it out to Summer Blessings. We also you can do a Venmo to J Rosedale S.
Okay.
Send it there.
I'll put the link in the show notes. So if you're interested, then you can donate there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So back to Halloween. Let's start with, let's start with a memorable Halloween costume.
Memorable Halloween costume. We love to make our own.
Yeah, we did too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with being a cheerleader when I was super little.
Okay.
Right. And we had like old cheerleading outfits and stuff like that I don't even know how my parents got them. My parents were teachers, poor. So I have no idea how we got that. And then, so the picture's amazing. It's 80s and 1980s. And it's my two older brothers. One of them was, and my dad's, he was in the Navy. So he has like his camo and stuff on. And my other brother is like a pirate or something hilarious. And there I am with this cheerleader outfit, does not match, 2 different pom-poms.
Yeah.
I had to have red lipstick on.
Oh, yeah.
But I loved it. Like I thought I was beautiful.
Yeah, sure.
I do. That was hilarious. That was pretty good.
My mom was always so creative and good about doing costumes, and she made ours as well. We would help her out. But there was one year that I think Carol just kind of checked out with 5 girls. I think she decided she'd had enough. She was also in the era of doing perms.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I had just gotten a perm.
Mhm.
And so my bangs were like way up to my forehead, very kinky. So it's brown hair. And she decided I was going to be a Tootsie Roll, or maybe we discussed it. I don't know. But Sarah, here's the problem. I wasn't a round Tootsie Roll. I was a flat Tootsie Roll. She just put a poster board on front and a poster board on back and said, Happy Halloween. Okay. So I think she was just tired of doing costumes that year.
Girl. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay. So with 2 older brothers, they had to have pulled some pranks on you and done things around Halloween. Do you remember any? Oh,
they didn't pull pranks. They were just mean. Yeah, no, we wrestled. Like it was a fit of the, survival of the fittest in our house. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So do you go home and dump the candy and then you sort out what you want?
Yes.
Like we used to do that, but I loved that.
Yes. And my dad, of course, he got the Snickers. He like Snickers and Mr. Good Bars. My mom got all the Almond Joys.
Mr. Good Bar. Yes.
Mr. Good Bars.
Okay. So and Almond Joy. Yum.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then, then we would keep the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my mom was like, I don't care if you eat it all today, just get rid of it.
Oh,
like she was that type and stuff.
Okay.
Like, a little bit to make it no. She was like, just get it over with.
I'm pretty sure that we had some Halloween candy in our Easter baskets.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Christmas. Oh yeah.
And when we used to live in Olathe, our boys were really young then. We were just married. And I remember having older kids come in and trick or treat. And I should have been like, okay, at least you're doing this and you're not. But what did I do? I did go get the Easter candy that was left over and I put it in their bags. That's really rude.
That's hilarious.
Well, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay, I do have to tell a story on Dave, though. I'm guessing that he was probably, 10 to 12 or something like that. And he lived in a horseshoe neighborhood. We did as well. And he and another guy, I don't know who he was with, went up to this kid who had a pillowcase with all of his candy, as one does. And he said, hey, so how are you doing on your Halloween candy? Let me see. How much do you have? Kid opened the bag. And what does Dave do?
Took it.
No, he squirted shaving cream on the kid's candy.
Dave.
I know.
Dave.
I know. Isn't that rude?
It's so rude.
Yeah.
And I bet though he still feels bad about that.
Oh.
I bet he does.
Well, the next time you see him sitting at the bar with his Goose Island, you ask him, or put some shaving cream in his Goose Island.
I'm totally going to bring some shaving cream. Oh, that'd be awesome. Be like,
there you go.
Somebody had to do it.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Scary stories around Halloween. You said you have a lot of
mine aren't even around Halloween, right? So going back to like my past life, I picked up a lot of bodies, of dead bodies, and
gosh, I can't even imagine.
I took care. So we also, I was there like right after the scene, and we did homicide, suicide, accidental death, natural, like everything. And so the police would wait for me to get there so I could move the body so they could take pictures even. So I'd have to get down and like roll it over this way so they could take a picture, roll it over that way, take a picture.
Oh, so like you didn't have a body bag already. You were touching the actual body.
Oh yeah. I had to do all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
so
great. Oh, so great. And then I got to bag it and tag it. So you still had to again, a lot of touching to get, she had to roll it, get the bag under, roll it, pull the bag out, tag it, all that fun stuff.
Okay.
So that part, but I think being there right after it happened made it still fresh. And if you believe in all that crazy stuff, I know that being followed is a thing and totally happened. One time I had my death van, as we called it, which actually it's exactly
just
like the van I drive now.
with the new large antenna. Okay, another story.
Yeah, exactly. My husband showed up with that. I go, you really got me a first call van? Seriously?
Oh my God.
You make extra money. Ha ha. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways. So yeah, we show up with our white minivan. But I was sitting in a friend's. I was in between calls, and so I'd always just go hang out with friends and stuff. They would go with me on death calls. That's another thing too. It's hilarious. Like every single one of my friends have went with me.
It was the 90s.
It was early 2000s.
Or 2000.
Yeah, early 2000s, totally. It was great. They were half schnocker, but so we were in the garage and we could see my van. And all of a sudden, all the lights in the van turned on.
Oh my gosh.
The windshield wipers
turned on. I have goosebumps.
Yeah, turned on. And we were glued to the window. There was like 10 of us there.
Oh my gosh.
And we're like, nobody's doing that. My keys are in my hand. Not me, not anybody. And they were like, oh, it's a short or something. Like we tried. Nope. Because then I had to have it worked on. We had it looked at after to make sure. Because that would be horrible, that happening at
oh my gosh, that would freak me out.
Yeah, everything went off, like everything on the van went off.
Wow.
Everything. The back door opened, like everything. And we're just like, what in the heck?
But not while you were in it. So it chose to do it when you were gone. That was nice.
Yeah, that was super nice of them.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. And then we would hear like my apartments, and I also, when I graduated mortuary school, I went back to picking up bodies for like another year or so. And I was the dispatcher too then. And so I was the weekend, like in control, whatever. So I would stay with friends and their house too. We would hear things like different things that we didn't hear before. And now we hear, footsteps, door shutting. You would think you'd hear people, all that kind of stuff. My creepiest thing that ever happened to me, I lived in a funeral home.
Oh, as one does. Yes.
I was in mortuary school. I was doing it's called a studentship. So when you're becoming a mortician, you go to school, but you also have to do kind of like clinical hours when you're doing nursing and whatever.
That makes sense.
Yes. And so studentship, up in Leavenworth, I could actually live there. And it was above it. There was apartments, and there was a guy lived over on the other side too. And my apartment was a whole bunch of offices, like office rooms, whatever, somebody's office. And they had like a door cut through all the walls. So it kind of looked like a trailer.
Okay.
So you walked into one of the rooms, and you could walk up to the door and like look this way, and there's like a living room, and then my bedroom, and you look this way, and there was a kitchen and a back room.
Okay.
And the back room was the old embalming room.
Oh,
yeah, that's great. I didn't have anything in that room. There was a bed back there, but I didn't do anything. But you had to go through that room to get to the washer and the dryer, and also the elevator. One of those elevators for like it's not like a person elevator. What am I trying to say?
Oh, yes.
A freight elevator or
no. Oh my gosh. I want to say Lazy Susan, but that's on the table.
Like working.
Yeah. It'll come to me. Yeah.
So, like one of those big, huge things that went down the basement that was super creepy too. This building was super, super creepy. It's super old. It's still in Leavenworth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know if it's a funeral home.
It should be a haunted house. That's what it should
seriously.
Be. Yeah.
And so my bedroom though was the old owner's office, and his name was on the building, Mr. Belden, and he supposedly hated women.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yep. Good place for me to be.
Yep.
And he did not think that women should be in the funeral business at all.
Okay.
And again, good spot for me to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I started hearing my name at night. And then I'd be asleep, and I would hear this old gruffy voice tell me to get out of there. He would
oh my gosh.
And I was like, I have class in the morning. And I would just throw my blankets over my head and go back to sleep.
Oh my gosh. How did you not just run out of there?
Because nothing happened at that point. He was just yelling at me.
Ooh, at that point, there's more.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's more.
And so the scariest thing when I finally did like pack up my stuff and I left, I was in bed, and I've never done this before, and I have never done this since ever. I woke myself up because I was sitting on the edge of my bed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was trying to stand up. So I woke up because like my hands were on my knees and I was just trying to get up. And that's how I woke up. And I was just like, what the hell? And my dream, I remember it like it was literally like I had it last night. I knew I had to get out of the funeral home because he was going to get me, whoever that was or what. I was running down a hallway, and there was like this dark smoke coming down the hallway. So I had to like run out. And that's when I was like trying to get up out of the fact though that I sat up even. I mean, I got goosebumps everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
Up. I've never done that. And I still have never done that.
Yeah.
Like ever. And I didn't wake up until I was like, my feet were already on the floor. Like,
oh my gosh.
And that's when I was like,
yeah,
okay,
maybe it's time.
You win. It's fine. It's cool. It's yours now. It's fine. Like I got up and started packing immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Yelling at him. I was yelling at the ghost though, because I was pissed, but I was just like, fine, you fucking win. Fine. I'm leaving.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was literally like, well, if that can happen, like what else could happen? Yeah. Would I wake up standing, at the top of the stairs before I get pushed?
You're like, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And there was this, you had to walk through the funeral home down this long hallway. So you would see like people who were like people who were in their caskets, waiting for their funeral the next day. Yeah. I'd be like, hi, Miss Bradbury, and then you would walk up, and then you have to go up this huge staircase, like 25, 30 steps. I'm not kidding, huge, because this building's tall.
Oh, wow.
And that's where we were at up there. And every time you walk down the stairs, like you knew something was behind, like
you could feel it.
Every time. I would run down those steps. I would like jump as much as I could almost just to hurry up and get down those steps.
That was going to be my next question. If you've ever like felt a presence.
Oh yeah. That's where, that's the same thing. And I had a friend up there one time, and I was laying in my bed, and you could see him sitting on the couch, and we were talking, and the lights were out as late. And he just looked into the kitchen, like looked into the other room and looked back at me, and just like white face.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, who else is here? And there was nobody. Like there was a dead body, he was but there was nobody else there. It was just us. And he jumped from the couch to like my bed and went on the other side of me and he was just like, And he was out like as soon as the sun started to come up, he was out. I don't even think he slept. Somebody in the other room said, what are you doing here?
Oh my gosh.
He literally was just like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's like, what? And then I don't know if it was the same night, because he came up and I was getting ready because we went out. Of course, all my friends in Leavenworth were bar owners.
That's nice.
Hang with the people you love. But and so we were going to go out. He came up to go out with me, and I was in the bathroom getting ready. And when he came upstairs, he was like, man, that was a quick run. I said, what are you talking about? It was clear, like I hadn't left the bathroom. It was mid mascara or something. He goes, I just heard you run from one end to the other of your apartment.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, wasn't me.
Oh,
that wasn't me. And then he was like, let's go. Let's just hurry up and go. Let's get out of here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it was that night that happened to him. Or a different night, but yeah.
Okay. So in mortuary school, do they touch on any of that? Do they talk about spirits following you? Do they?
Not really. No. Because it's either you believe it or you don't. And so you have skeptics.
Okay, so what would you say to a skeptic? Because
and again, like especially in the funeral home, like funeral homes are not haunted because those people did not die there, right? That's usually what you would think and how it goes. Like the tragedy wasn't there, like that didn't happen there. But this guy died. Mr. Belden died. He did an embalming in the back room.
Okay.
And laid down and had a heart attack and died.
Oh.
Yeah. So he did die in the funeral home.
Okay.
In the back room of my apartment. Yeah. So that was fun. So the skeptics, it's really hard to explain it. Like I can tell these stories, we can sit and chit chat, but until I guess it happens to you. And they also want to see like full apparitions. I've never seen, like somebody fully, like I know I've seen shadow people,
right?
How you see that out, especially your peripheral. That's where you usually see it. It's like, and when you're like, what was that? That usually is, But until you've seen it or it's happened to you, it's hard to really explain it or get somebody to believe you, with that, because it's like faith. You either have it or you don't,
right? So then, what's your theory? Why doesn't everyone get haunted? Why are there not spirits walking around that we can see? I mean, what's the theory? Why are some people sticking around and some aren't?
I think they have unfinished business, or they simply don't realize that maybe they've even gone. Because I wonder, what movie was that? Nicole Kidman's The Others. When you think their house is haunted, no, it's them haunting their house.
Okay.
Or like The Sixth Sense, like he didn't know he was gone, like he didn't know. And if you haven't seen those movies, sorry.
You're way behind. If you haven't seen them, you need to watch them.
Yeah, that's your fault. But like those had good points though, because we don't know. Nobody knows. And so I think that's a good idea of it though, is maybe they don't know, or they know how to get to the other side, or they're just reliving, like Groundhog's Day or something.
Okay.
Like you're just constantly on the same thing. For until that would be, talk about hell. If you think hell, I think that'd be a good a good definition of hell right there.
Ooh, yeah.
Groundhog Day, just over over and over again. Yeah.
But don't you think that some people can come back to help comfort?
I think so. And it's so funny. I was so open with one of my grandmas, my mother's mother. She swore to me that she would come back. Yeah, we were so weird, but she did. She's like, I swear, if I can figure it out, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back, and I got goosebumps everywhere, and I feel her all the time. Like you totally, But that's also, we were so close, anyways. I think you would, but it's so funny though. She would say, like, she would scare me. She wanted to, like. She's like, I'll open the cabinets. I'll knock the picture over.
If I can figure it out, I'm going to do it.
Like, if I can figure it out, I'm going to come back and haunt you. I promise.
It would just be her picture falling off the wall. Grandma's here.
Grandma's here. It's okay. It's just grandma. It's okay. Grandma. It's just grandma. So yeah, I don't know. And we won't know until it's our time to go. But it's just, and I don't know. I think it's all about your faith. I think it's how ready you are. Yeah. And not even faith, like you could just not be scared of death. I think I'm not scared to die. I'm scared of the unknown. And I'm scared to right now, because now I have 3 small children. Yeah. I don't want to leave them right now. Yeah. Those things. But I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully not for a long time.
Yeah, hopefully not for a long time.
I just made it to level 43.
Right. You have lots of levels left.
I got lots of levels. I'm trying to climb.
Leveling up.
That's right.
Leveling up. I hit level 53 a couple weeks ago. So yeah.
Awesome.
It's good.
I'm catching up. I
don't think it works that way. I don't think you'll ever catch me, but okay, so something fun then. Tell me what your kids are going to be for Halloween.
Oh shoot! And we were just talking about like your mom checking out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this year. Like, what's your kids going to be Like, when is Halloween again?
Oh no.
So Faye, the 2-year-old, we're gonna make her a little kitty cat.
Good. That's cute.
We're gonna make her a kitty cat. Nola wants to be a certain cheerleader. She wants to be a cheerleader. Follow her mom, but she wants to be a cheerleader off a movie or off a kids thing.
Oh.
Because supposedly her crush is going to be the zombie and she gets to be the zombie cheerleader.
Oh,
She's in second grade, girl. She shouldn't be doing nothing with a crush, but here we go. Here we are. And then George, my 5-year-old, he wants to, what does he want to be? He wants to be something specific too. I honestly can't remember what it is. I think it's a ninja.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something easy that, yeah, we're gonna throw it together real quick.
I might still have my pom-poms from high school. So I'll have to, check that memory box and see if the moths or whatever got to them.
That's great.
Oh goodness. I do remember one year too that we were living in Stillwell, and it was just Dave and I because the boys were gone. And I decided I was going to get some big candy bars for the ones that I know, because I do like to give really good candy and beverages to the adults, right? Okay. So anyway, so I had these big candy bars and a big bowl of candy of the small ones, and there was one left. And Dave's like, we can't have one candy bar, a huge one in there when all these kids come up. I'm just going to put it in my pocket. Okay. So then, the night's kind of going along, and one little girl walks up and she's all by herself, and she comes up and I have her grab a big thing of candy, and she starts to walk away, and Dave says, "Hey, little girl, are you by yourself?" And I say, "Oh yeah, he's got something special for you in his pocket." Dave throws it at her. We look at each other like, holy hell, we're shutting everything down, turn the lights out. Oh my gosh. What did we just say? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And her dad was at the end of the driveway. Hopefully she didn't say anything. I don't know. He didn't come like knocking on the door with a gun.
Saw the candy bar being
right. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a fun Halloween.
I love that story. Yeah. Gosh dang it. That's awesome. I can see you two going, oh God.
We sure did.
Yep. Everything down. You guys are in bed covered even. We're like, no, we're done.
And then we had these other neighbors. Tell me if you had a neighbor like this. First of all, they were kind of weird anyway. They would hold soulmates. I'm pretty sure it was swingers. I think so. Anyway, so they were kind of out there, but they handed out freaking cupcakes.
What?
Do you know how many cupcakes we had on the side of our house that year?
Oh.
What are you supposed to do with a cupcake when you're trick-or-treating? Yeah. And while a can of Coke is good too, but boy, that weighs your bag down. People think about what you're giving away at Halloween.
Yes, definitely no cupcakes.
I know.
What?
Yeah. I think she did carrot sticks like the next year. Because that's good too.
That's great.
Yeah. You're just asking for your house to be egged.
Yeah. We had the neighbors though that gave us the prayer slips.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Instead of just not doing Halloween because they don't do Halloween. No, they gave us prayer sheets and like a short sermon.
Okay. Well, I mean, good for them for being strong in their faith.
Totally. Awesome. It was great. We love that.
Yes.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah. So no candy attached.
No.
Just
and the eggs that they probably got.
Yes.
I could only imagine. I did not do that, but sure somebody.
I'm sure.
That's very cute.
Don't skimp on the candy.
But don't get toothbrushes either. That's just no.
If there's candy with it.
Yeah, but we had a toothbrushes and toothpaste.
If there's candy in the bag, I can see that. Like I've done bouncy balls.
That'd be fun.
But it has candy also. Candy, right. I like to give a bag.
Oh, that's what, my mom does that.
Yeah. But now that we live out here, we go reverse trick-or-treating. So I take the bags to the kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I put some Uno cards in there or something. So it's not all candy.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Any traditions that you want to tell us about that you have for Halloween, either growing up or now with your kids?
We do the Halloween on Broadway in Lewisburg.
Okay. Tell me about that. Is that every year? Okay.
Yes, it's every year.
Okay.
The old He's gone now, but the new chiropractor, the old chiropractor, Damon Dennis, started it way back when. It might have been the early 2000s or even 19 Dickety Doo. I don't really remember. A long time. But so local businesses on Broadway and other places can come and they set up.
Okay.
And they give out candy and all their stuff. The library gives out books.
Cool. And it's on Halloween.
It's on the weekend before Halloween, like the Saturday before Halloween.
Okay.
That's usually when it is. So it's this Saturday on like the 28th. And so that's where they get a ton of candy.
Got it.
All their stuff. They dress up. The whole town can see it. People from all over come to it. So you got to get there early.
It's so cool. Lewisburg does so many cool things.
Yes, it is fun. And then they also do like a trunk or treat. The PTO puts it on. We don't do that. I don't really know why. I think just because the Halloween on Broadway is so much candy too. We don't. Yeah. And then I work on Halloween. So I will take my kids out super early, like at 4 or something like that. And Jason will finish it up. But
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So I used to do signature cocktails too, because the guys would take the kids out and they would do like the wagons and all of that. And the ladies would stay. So we could see all the kids coming to the door. And so we could have our beverages.
Yes.
So being a bartender, like what is a good Halloween cocktail recipe?
You should definitely do, especially nighttime. You should do a warm like cider with a good, put like a vanilla rum, a vanilla vodka. You can even do butter shots and put in that. Just make it kind of like a creamy. Like a little creamy one. Another fun one, do like a punch. I would definitely do a punch though. Something that you can make ahead. Okay. You don't want to be just mixing cocktails every time someone walks up. You want to be like, here's your to-go cup. Here you go.
Yes.
Yeah. And do that.
Nice.
Or like wine.
Yeah.
Have options for that if they're not a cocktail person. Be like, well, I got a white or red. Which would you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Any fun cocktails at Timber Creek for Halloween
night? Yes, I wanted to make, there's this cool purple concoction thing. It's like witch's brew that I'm going to make. And I do want to make a big like thing of it. So
like a big cauldron kind of thing.
Yes, that's exactly.
And a ladle you can, with floating eyeballs.
Yes, it was going to be so fun. We mentioned dry ice, but I can't do that. That would scare the crap out of me. Somebody swallow a little bit of that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No,
let's not do that.
I don't deal with dead bodies anymore.
Yeah.
So we are going to, do some fun little brew for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, this has been so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. I'm going to make sure that I put the location of Timber Creek on there for all of you that want to go out and have that cocktail this evening, because this is going to be coming out on Halloween. And then also Sarah's Summer Blessings, so you can donate to that wonderful program. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Robin. This is so fun.
All right. Cheers. So fun. Special thanks to Sarah for waking up and rolling out of bed the day after her birthday to do this Halloween episode with me. All right, here are the takeaways. 1, good parents do take their favorite candy out of their kids' Halloween bag. It's okay. They don't need it all anyway. 2, if your kid asks to go to the funeral home for career day, let them. Remember, only 10% is with the dead, and 90% is helping the living in a comforting way that no one else can. They're special people. 3, some years you're an awesome cheerleader, and some years you're a flat Tootsie Roll. 4, watch out for the mean kid with the shaving cream and the creeper with a surprise in his pocket. 5, give the good candy. Don't be cheap on Halloween. And 6, check out Summer Blessings on the Facebook link that's in the show notes. Just an idea, make a donation that equals the amount you spent on Halloween candy. You'll be helping a child in a very impactful way. Happy Halloween, be safe, have a blast, and create memories. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoy this podcast, it would mean so much to me if you take a few seconds to do each or all of the following. First, follow or subscribe to Spandex and Wine. It'll help you so you don't miss an episode, and it'll help me because you won't miss any episodes. To do this, you'll just go to the podcast, click subscribe or follow wherever you are listening. look for the plus sign or follow button. And this is one of the best things that you can do for the podcast. So thank you. If you'd also be willing to give a 5-star review, that would be amazing. And lastly, please share an episode with a friend or 5 to keep the love going. I appreciate you. Thanks.